So guys, here's a tour of my shop. Been in it for as long as we've lived here, obviously, about 13 years, heading into our 14th. So here's my workbench. I just kind of redid this a few weeks ago. Got my tools all set up here. Just redid some of my sockets and wrenches. And yeah, I got manuals up in here for all the equipment that I bought over the years. And that way, if I do sell something, I sell a manual with it. Just, yeah, different books and things in there on turf management and different things. There's a grinder and wire wheel. Keep my firewood here. I got a couple sprayers under there, a jack, car ramps, miscellaneous things like that. The dog's bed. Got the wood stove there for in the wintertime, keep things a little bit toasty in here when we're working. Some tools, there's a couple of my blowers. Compressor, 50 feet of hose. This door slides open and we got a little man door in here with a window so we can just kind of look outside. I'd like to put 2 more windows in there. I just haven't got around to it, so one thing we're gonna do. Here's a little motor that my son ripped out of his lawnmower. He's 13, so he's kind of intrigued by all this. And my 20-year-old, he had his Honda in here last week and he took the engine out of it, and he's actually taken over on the other side of these windows. It's dark there. It's because he's closed in an area there, and he's working on an engine in there of his. So anyway, my trimmers. My trimmers up here. I think the one on the end is just kind of for parts not working. Some sprays, hedge trimmer, chainsaws, different attachments there for some of my equipment, some diesel. This is my Toro Titan 54 inch, and it's got a bagger on it and a vac on it, which you know, for an estate mower that they call it. I've got 1,200 hours on this and very little trouble. I had a seal leak on a shaft for the brake in the hydros at the back there. It cost me a few $100 to get that fixed. But other than that, this has been a pretty good machine. There's a bit of play in that steering. I'd like to get some of that figured out, but this has been a great machine. A few hundred hours on it every year. Got a wood splitter here. I dabble a little bit of firewood. It's more for fun than to make money, but I wish I could make a bit more at it. So, and it's my Toro Grandstand. This is the second one I've had. There's around 200 and some hours on this one right now, and the other one I had 2,800 hours on it. I had replaced on the other one 2 of the drive motors on the wheel, and then this summer the hydraulic pump went, and here in Canada it just seemed like it was going to be like, you know, $1,200–1,300 to get a pump, and then to get it changed I didn't have time to do it, and where the filings already all through the fluid, and was I be able to flush that out, and when was the other one going to go? So I ended up just selling that machine for $1,000 to a fellow that figured he could fix it, and I thought, well, that's great, you do that. I just went and purchased another one, and you know, I need to get out and cut grass. I'm not into fixing stuff as much as I used to be, so if I don't have to, I'm not going to. So I'm pretty happy with this mower. I don't know if it's any better or any worse than the other stand-up mowers, but I've got a pretty good dealer that's close, and sometimes that's what it comes down to. I kind of, when I first started in lawn care, working for somebody else, we had Toro walk-behinds, and I've just kind of liked Toro, so it's been good to me, so that's what I'm running. So got a couple Toro 21-inch super recyclers there, fertilizer spreader in the back. Here's a jack I use to jack up the mowers, set the front wheels in and jack it up. It's nice for changing blades and whatnot, so that works great. So yeah, so that's everything that we've got here. So this works out pretty well for me. It's a nice setup. The floor here is interlocking stone. When I moved here, it was all gravel. It was dirt. It would be wet when it rained, so we brought in gravel and we built it up. And then some people gave us some leftover stone, and I do some interlock stone jobs, different things. Not very much anymore. I try not to do any. Excuse me. And with that, we had leftovers, or sometimes I'd just order a bit extra, and then we would just kind of work on filling the floor in. So it was cheaper than doing cement. It's what I could do at the time, and it served its purpose well. So this is pretty clean today. I like to try and keep it clean and neat and tidy and organized, but things get busy, or it seems you're working here for 10 minutes and all of a sudden it's upside down. So this works for us. I like it. I wish it was bigger, but it serves its purpose. It's better than working out on outside, or whatever you have. And sometimes it's pretty full in here. I put my tractor in here also, so that's another thing that we have. I'll maybe just kind of give you a quick gander at that. And this is it here. A nice little unit, and with the bucket on today, and we're using that for a few jobs. Not all the time, but if we can use it, we can. I've got a few attachments for the back. I got a bush hog mower. This is great. I can hook my just back up to my trailer, and I can hook my trailer up and move it around, which is right there. So we're just starting to work on that and get that pulled apart and painted. And I kind of want to get another one, but we're just going to hold off for a year yet. So there you go. So that's what we have today, and yeah, thanks for watching. This kind of channel, I'm not sure what's going to happen with it, or what I'm doing, or who's even going to see it, but it's sort of fun. So thanks.